if I have a central angle, like this angle, you know, this angle is central angle. I'm drawing now an angle. This angle is central angle. So what is the name of this angle? It's AMB, okay? And the angle AMB is central angle. Central angle. And the radius is, what is the radius, Yusuf? Yusuf, what is the radius?
MA و MB.
Great. So MA is radius and MB is radius. MA is radius. This is the radius. And MB is the radius. Okay. And AB is the arc opposite to the central angle. AB. So AB is the arc. We read it as arc AB. Okay. So this angle is central angle, and MA is the radius, MB is the radius, and AM is the arc. What if I have many circles like this circle and this one here? I'm going to draw another one. This is a circle here. They are concentric circles. They have the same radius. And this is a circle. Do you with me, Yusuf?
Yes.
All these circles are concentric circles. Concentric means have the same center. And if I extend this line here and this line here, this angle is what? Is central angle. The angle, let's write it as AMB. The angle here is central angle. This angle is central. If we found the relation between, in the large circle, if we found the relation between the length of the arc AB, if we found the relation between the length of the arc AB, we call it L1, for instance, and MA is the radius. MA is the radius. This is R1. So find the relation L1 and divide it by R1, the length of the arc in the large circle, divided by the length of the radius. And go to the second circle and find the ratio between L2, this is L2 as you see, L2, and this is R2. Do you with me? The ratio between L2 and R2. Mariam, do you with me?
Yes.
And go to the small circle. Go to the small circle and find the ratio between L3 and R3. Okay. Find the ratio between L3 and R3. What do you notice? We notice and that which, I'll ask you some question now. I'll ask you some questions. Which arc is the longest? We have L1, we have L2, we have L1, we have L2, and we have L3. Which arc is the longest? Yusuf?
L1.
L1. If you look at
L1.
L1 is longer than L2 and is longer than L3. So L1 is the longest. Mariam, which radius is the longest?
R1.
R1 is the longest, okay? And if you looked at R2, it's shorter than, this is R2. And if you looked at R3, it's shorter than. Mathematicians found that the ratio between all of them are the same. Because when the length of the arc decreases, the radius decreases. When the length of the arc decreases, the radius decreases. So all of them are having the same ratio, L1 over R1 equals L2 over R2 equals L3 over R3. And this angle will not change, it's the constant. So let's assume this angle, for instance, is 50. This angle is 50 degrees. So this angle is 50 because the angle is not depending on the length of the side. So this angle is 50 for the first circle, and for the large circle is 50. For the large circle is 50. Both of them are the same. And the ratio between the arc and the radius is constant. So mathematicians call it a new measure, and this called theta radian. So what is theta radian equal? Theta radian is the length between L and R. What is L? Length of the arc. Length of the arc. What is R? R is the radius. So if we have a circle like this circle, this is a circle here, as you see. And we have an angle. This angle is central angle. Okay. I want to find the measure of this angle in radian measure. It's AMB, for instance. And the length of AB, let's say 12 centimeters, and the radius, let's say 6 centimeters. So if you want to find the theta radian in this case, what is the theta radian? It's a new measure of the angle, new measure for the angle. So theta radian, the measure of this angle in radian measure. This is called radian. Equals the length of the opposite arc. So what is the opposite arc? The opposite arc is 12. As you see, this is the length of the opposite arc. And this is the radius, is 6. So theta radian equals what? 12 divided by 6. It will be what? 2 radian. And some students get confused and say, Mister, how the measure of angle AMB is 2 radian and it's more than, as you see, if you guess a value, the measure of the angle AMB, it will be close to, let's say 114, 116, 120. This 4 degrees. So we have radian and degrees. Like what? Like when we say $1 equals 24 pounds. We couldn't say 1 equals 24, but $1, yes, is equal to 24 pounds. That's right. So in this case, 1 is equal to 24, but 1 what? $1 is equal to what? 24 pounds. Okay. I have a circle, and the measure of this circle, the measure of the central angle here, let's say this is the central angle, and this angle is 1.5 radian. Okay, and this is the length of this arc. It's 5 centimeters. I want to find the radius. So what is the radius? We will follow this rule. You know, theta radian equals what? Theta radian. Are you with me? Yusuf?
Yes.
Theta radian equals what? L divided by what? Mariam? L divided by what?
Or
R.
R.
So I want to find R in this case. I want to find R. So to find the radius, you will divide L divided by what? Theta radian. So R equals L. What is L? What is the length of the arc, the opposite arc? It's 5. Divided by theta radian. What is the theta radian? It's 1.5. Okay? Are you with me?
yes.
So 5 divided by 1.5 equals what?
3.3.
3.3 only? Or 3 divided, and don't use the calculator. It's 50 over 15 divided by 5. It's 10 over 3. So it's 3 1/3 radian.
Okay.
Mariam, did you get it?
Yes.
Try this one now. I have a circle and I have a central angle. This angle is a central angle, and this is 1.2 radian. The measure of this angle is 1.2 radian, and the length of the radius is 7 centimeters. I want to find the L. Try to find the L. Try to find L. How can we get L? Quickly, please.
Theta radian times R.
So because theta radian equals L divided by R, I want to find L. So L, the length of the arc, equals theta radian times R. So theta radian equals what? 1.2 times 7. So it's 1.2 times 7, 7 times 2, 14, 4 up 1. So it will be 8.4 centimeters. Did you get it?
Okay.
Yes.
Mariam,
Yes.
did you get it?
Yes.
Okay, now I want to find the relation between the theta radian and the degree. This is the circle, and this angle. All of us know that the measure of this angle, x degrees, equals what? 180. X degrees equals what? 180. Do you with me?
Yes.
The measure in radian in degrees is x degrees 180. Yusuf, what is the circumference? The length of the whole circle equals what?
2 by R.
2 pi r. Great. Mariam, what is the length of the semicircle? I want to find the length of the semicircle. How can we find the length of the semicircle? You know, the length of the whole circle, the circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. The circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. To find the length of the semicircle, it's 2 pi r divided by 2, because it's a semicircle. Do you with me?
Yes.
So the length of the semicircle again, or we can say the perimeter of the semicircle. The perimeter of the semicircle equals pi r. You know, the semicircle is the arc. So the length of the arc, in this case L, I'm talking about this arc. L equals what? Pi r. L equals what? Pi.
By R.
Okay? Do you with me? Do you with me?
Yes.
So theta radian, I want to find the radian measure. So theta radian equals what? L divided by R. R. Okay? So it will be what? It will be what, Yusuf? Yusuf? Yusuf, do you with me? So theta radian equals L. Do you know L? It's pi R divided by R.
By R
So you will cancel.
over R.
You will cancel R and R. You will cancel them out. Cancel R and R. So theta radian equals what? Pi. Mariam, do you
Okay.
with me?
Yes.
So theta radian again equals what? Theta radian equals pi. You know what is the pi? Pi is what? Pi is
22%.
over 7, or pi is 3.14. So the measure of this angle in radian is pi, is 3.14. So you know 180 degrees equals how many radians? 3.14. 180 degrees equals radian equals 3.14 radian. Okay? So I have two equations now. X degrees equals 180. And theta radian equals what? Pi. Do you with me?
Yes.
So pay attention. If I have 15 equals 15, this is an equation. If I have 3 equals 3, this is an equation. We can divide the left-hand sides together and divide the right-hand sides together. We can divide 15 divided by 3 and divide 15 divided by 3. You know, it will be 5 and 5. They are the same. We will do the same here. We will divide. This is equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. We'll divide x degrees by theta radian equals 180 divided by pi. Okay? So by using this relation, we can find x degrees if we have theta radian, and also we can find theta radian if we have x degrees. Let's go back and check it again. You know, firstly, x degrees equals what? 180. Do you with me?
Yes.
Yes.
So, and theta radian equals L divided by R. So L is pi R because it's a semicircle, and the circumference equals 2 pi R. So the length of the semicircle equals pi R. This arc is equal to pi R. Is equal to pi R. This arc equals pi R. So I want to find the theta radian. So theta radian equals L over R. I canceled R and R, and you left with theta radian equals pi. Take a screenshot quickly. And because we have two equations, I divided equation number 1 divided by equation number 2. So I have x degrees over theta radian equals 180 over pi. Now, if I have an angle like x degrees equals 60 degrees, I want to find theta radian, find the radian measure of this angle. So write the relation x degrees over theta radian equals 180 divided by pi. So x degrees is 60. 6 divided by theta radian equals 180 divided by pi. Okay? Then do cross multiplying. So theta radian equals 60 times pi divided by 180. Cancel them out. It will be 3. Then theta radian equals pi over 3. Yusuf, do you with me?
Yes.
You can write the value of the pi on the calculator. Click this bottom, pi, and divide it by 3. Then click SD. Click this bottom, SD, on the calculator. Okay? And if you want to click pi on the calculator, we click Shift and
Shift X
X,
10 power of X.
okay, EXP. You will find it's pi. So bring your calculator, write it now. Pi divided by 3.
1/3 pi equal 1.04.
Equals what? 1.04.
04.
Okay, radian. So 60, I want to focus on this relation again. You know 60 degrees equals to what, radian? 1.04. Mariam, do you understand?
Yes.
If I have an angle like theta radian, and this theta radian equals, let's say, 2 radian. I want to find x degrees, which is equal to theta radian. Do it now and tell me when you finish. We write the relation x degrees over theta radian equals 180 over pi. This is the relation we use to convert between them. And x degrees I want to find. And theta radian, it's 2 equals 180 over pi. So do cross multiplying, you will find x degrees in this case equals 2 times 180 over pi. So it's 360 over pi. You know, by clicking SD, it will be what on Yusuf again?
114.59.
114. Click comma. Click comma. 114 degrees.
Oh,
And
35 minutes.
what?
35 minutes.
35 minutes, okay. And
21.61.
what?
21. 29.
29 seconds. Okay. Now open your book, page. 68. Okay. Question 1. Page 68, question 1. Read it, Yusuf, quickly. Page 68, question 1.
Essay.
Yes.
Find in terms of pi the radian measure of each of the angle whose degree measures are as follows.
Well, so find in terms of pi the radian measure of each of the angles whose degree measures are as follows. So let's try 135. So do it. I want to find theta radian, which is opposite to 135, which is equal to 135. So tell me, how can you find? Do
135 over theta radian.
135 over theta radian equals what?
180 over pi.
180 over pi. Then do cross multiplying. Then theta radian equals what? 135 pi over
180.
It will be equal to what? Click SD. No.
Okay.
Find in terms of pi. So simplify now. Don't cancel pi. Leave pi as it. Simplify 135 and 180. Both of them are divisible by what?
Two.
You can write on the calculator 135 over 180 quickly.
3 over 4.
3 over 4 pi in terms of pi. Mariam, what about negative 210?
Okay. Negative 210 over theta radian.
Yes, that's right. But I recommend to add first 360, if you remember that adding 360 to a negative angle leads to get the same angle, it's equivalent angle, just to cancel this negative. So negative 210 first plus 360 equals what?
150.
150.
50.
So it will be what, Maria?
Okay, 150 over theta radian
Okay.
equal 180 over pi.
By using the calculator, then theta radian equals 150 pi over 180. Simplify them.
Equal 5 over 6
Great, lovely. 5
pi.
6 pi radian. That's right. Great. Yusuf, 780 degrees. This angle is more than 360. How can we just write an equivalent angle less than 780? What shall we do? Minus 360 minus 360. It will be what? 50. It will be 60, sorry, 60. Yusuf, do you with me? Yusuf, you hear me?
Yes, Master.
So 60 over theta radian equals what? Quickly.
180
over pi. Do it by using cross multiplying. It will be theta radian equals 1 over 3 pi. Okay.